Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good. I said it all, didn't I? This is Mr.
We
This
have
is
too much fun.
we do. Mr. Shakespeare here, going with you on the 24th of October, 2022. I'm here with psychic medium and remote viewer Liz Cross. How are you doing today, Liz?
Well, even better now. I've just had a complete training 101 in MetaMask.
Yep, so I've helped you out with that one. Okay, and this all came out of one of our Patreon subscribers asking us to look into Hex. So we did. And what we found out was quite eye-opening, wasn't it, Liz?
It was. And we were using CoinGecko because I have really good energy with CoinGecko. And we wanted to move it out. The person suggested 2030, and it wanted to go 2035. So we eventually gave in, went to 2035, and the information that we got back was quite interesting. So basically, in a nutshell, and I'll let Mr. Shakespeare explain more, but in a nutshell, the staking coins going from 2022 to 2035, the staking coins are the way that they survive, because you're going to see so many of these coins just go away, right? We all know that. The big coins, probably not. And the big coins that are staked, that retain, that usability, I think that's the correct word, or, the staking is what causes them to survive. Now, you asked about Hex because somebody had contacted you on the Discord. They wanted to know about Hex. And then you tend to know like a lot about this staking, and you looked it up. So what did you find?
So originally, like you say, somebody asked me about Hex at 2030. So we went out to the 24th of October, 2030, and Hex was still around. And it was around the information that came back because it was a staking coin. But as you said, it wanted to go out. CoinGecko wanted to go out to 2035. So after we asked the questions about that, then we went out to 2035 and Hex was still around. Now, that is pretty impressive if that turns out to be. I mean, that's 13 years from now. And this coin that is based around a smart contract that was invented by Richard Hart is still around and is still producing. Now, we did some price things as well. And we got the highest point for Hex price-wise was going to be around $4, and that was going to be around sort of 2030 to 2031, at that sort of point. However, we did see prices of over $2, $2.50 running up to that. So it seems to be that this is one of the better staking coins, because at the moment it's 33 cents, 3.5 cents. It has been as high as nearly 50 cents, I believe, looking at the chart. Let me just check that. 51 cents apparently. Okay, that was about a year ago. It went to 51 cents. So it looks like this one's going to be around for a while. Now, why will it stay around? Well, because a lot of the supply is staked. And having looked into it now, which I did before the video, it seems like that there is a clever way of making sure that people keep staking. And one of the reasons is that you can stake for any length of time between about 1 day and about 5 years, I believe. Or, no, sorry, 15 years. But however long you agreed to stake for, you must do at least half of that. So if you agree to stake for an amount for 1 year, and you can have multiple stakes by the looks of it, but if you agreed to stake for 1 year, you must do at least 6 months before you even think about cashing out. And obviously the plan is not to cash out because there are penalties. If you cash out below 6 months on a 1 year agreed stake, you lose all your principal, all of it. And so people who have staked out to 2035 are not going to cash out anytime soon, because there's no way they could have done half the time. This coin only came into existence at the beginning of 2020. So you know, and we're now 2 years and a bit into this, 2.5 years approximately into Hex's life cycle. So this seems to be one of the better coins to stake. Have you still got CoinGecko out that far?
I do. And the other coins that were coming through were obviously like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon was
what
one.
about Polkadot?
Is Polkadot still around? I don't feel that Polkadot, no.
Tezos?
Tezos, is that? Maybe not.
Right.
Now, for someone that's been in cryptos a long time, is that something that you see on a regular basis? Like somebody who's been in it for a while, would they see different coins coming in and then fading away? Is that something that happens?
Oh yeah. We've seen plenty of coins. I can give many examples of coins that came out even 25 years ago that are not around now. So a lot of these coins, look, anybody can make a coin. It's only code. Okay. So anybody pretty much can invent a coin. Whether anybody else will use it, does it have any real world use scenario? Well, that's different. Most coins are just pure pump and dumps. So pumped onto the market. They get people to pump them for whatever reason, either, you know, an organic pump insofar as people believe in it, or they've just paid on these pump groups to, you know, paid in. And of course, the idea is that you pump it up, other people buy in and you sell out. That's what happens to a lot of the coins. Why does that happen? Well, because the crypto markets are unregulated. So that's why you can do all these things.
Right. I actually had somebody, a coin, approach me to orchestrate a pump and dump. This was over a year ago, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and nor do I want to. But they wanted me to promote their coin. So now I understand the concept of pump and dump. Lo and behold, just so you all know, before any accusations fly out there, that coin never made it into existence. It was a pre-release. Nobody ever bought that coin. They just abandoned the project. But whilst they were thinking about the project, they were looking for people like me to pump the coin or to advertise the coin, and the reward would have been like they were going to send me loads of coins. So I understand that pump and dump scenario. And then also, if you have a large following, like a lot of people do out there for whatever reason, whether they're psychic or they're astrologers or they're just, you know, very knowledgeable with crypto, as soon as they make a recommendation, if they have a large enough following, that coin is going to pump anyway. They pull out, right? They already bought in. They pump the coin. They advertise the coin or give a per day or whatever. That coin pumps, but they've already pulled out, right? The second it starts to make a 2 or 3 or 4% gain, whatever it is, they're out. They've got their money. And what happens in that pump and dump scenario is that all the people that didn't get out on time, then their money is stuck. Now, I've done a probe about somebody who, at the time when I was doing the probe, I didn't understand what was going on with the information, but they were orchestrating pump and dumps and they made a lot of money out of it.
Okay. I'm just going to run a few more staking coins that are currently staking. And as we're right out in 2035, so we know that Hex is still in existence. We know that Polkadot and Tezos probably are not. What about Algorand?
Algorand, is that still in existence? No.
Okay, Cosmos, which is Atom.
Is that still in existence? I believe it is.
Polygon Matic.
Polygon, is that still around? Yes.
Hedera Hashgraph.
Is that H-bar?
Yeah.
H-bar, is that still around? No.
Okay, so much for that taking over from Ethereum then.
No, we never saw that. We probed that a few times. I've never.
I know, but people keep saying it. They keep saying
I know. They, yes, I understand.
AVAX, Avalanche, AVAX.
No.
And Solana, Sol.
Solana, is that still around? Yes.
Right.
What about Theta? Theta is a very popular coin. Is Theta still around? Yes, Theta is still around. Has it gone back up to its all-time high from now 2022 to 2020? I'm sorry, 2022 to 2035. No, it never reaches that all-time high. But if you stake Theta long enough, you can either recoup your money back or you will make money off of the staking.
Okay. But has Theta got any solved any real world problems? Does it have any real world use?
No.
35, no?
No. Has XRP been adopted by the banks? No.
Right. Okay.
Really, so the big message here is you want to go for a coin that is, a good long-term coin with staking ability. If you're looking to make tons and tons of money, because Mr. Shakespeare, you got your calculator out, right? We hypothetically, I think it was like 100, 200, or 300 pounds. I said, okay, what if you put, 300 quid or $300? And you worked it out that it would be, I can't remember, but you would double your coins within how many years?
Well, you asked so you asked if you invested £300, which is about $330, because obviously everything's priced in dollars. So you would get about, at the moment, you would get about 10,000 hex, roughly, slightly under. Okay. And then if you staked that, what would you expect to receive back? Well, I can't tell you exactly, but obviously the has said what the future price may well be. And so we've got a price. What we don't know exactly is how much hex you will get. You would probably get, and I have not worked this out, this is literally just in the back of a sweet wrapper working it out.
For those of you in the USA, that's a candy wrapper. Okay.
Or a fag packet, as we'd actually say.
Oh, God. Okay. Edit. We can't write. They don't understand what that is.
Okay. Right. Edit. Okay. So the back of a cigarette box. Right. You would probably end up with about 30,000 hex. Because the way the hex smart contract works is you get paid out. You stake Polkadot, you get DOT. You stake Cosmos, you get, Cosmos, Atom. If you stake Solana, you get Sol. You get more of. Well, it's the same with hex. And at the moment, just looking on the website here, it's pushing out about 30-odd%. So that's quite a lot. So you could end up with 3 or 4 times. We'd have to sit and do the actual maths, but you could end up with 3 or 4 times your hex. So if you had 10,000, you could end up quite easily with 40,000. And if they are $2 each, that's $80,000. Well, for a $330 outlay.
Yeah. And I think, for right now, until we start getting back full swing into a recovery economy, I've always said for this, this year and next year, right? Staking is the way to make your money. But you have to be very particular, it looks like, on which coin you choose. Because as we're looking in 2035, a lot of those coins are still not around. So you still want to go for a top performing coin. Now, what about BNB, Binance Coin? Is that still around? So Binance Coin is still around in 2035. And what about those that are staking Binance? Have they made, so if you're willing to take this now as a long-term investment, even though I know we have a lot of traders, that listen to us, but, a long-term investment, a staking. You don't want to put in too much money and you're prepared to stake it. It looks like when we're moving out into 2030, 2035, yes, I know that's a long time away, but you do profit from that.
Couple of other is Lunar Classic still around?
Is Lunar Classic still around? No.
Oh, okay. What about VeChain, VET?
What about VeChain? No.
Okay. All right.
They just fall. It's like what CoinGecko shows me, it just falls away.
Okay. This is an interesting question. Hold on 1 minute, please.
All units standing by.
You're not dispatch now.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm back in dispatch mode.
Okay. Now, here's an interesting question.
Okay.
You're still out in 2035?
Yes.
Okay. Currently, according to CoinGecko, today, there are 258 coins and 599 exchanges covered.
Mm-hmm.
How many coins are being covered in 2035?
2035. Okay.
22, yeah. Do you want to do higher and lower? Or
yeah.
Okay. Is it higher or lower than 7,000 coins?
Lower.
Is it higher or lower than 4,000 coins?
Lower.
2,000 coins?
Higher.
3,000 coins?
Lower.
So it's somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000 coins.
Of those coins, let's ask this question. How many of them are, what would we say? Because they may still be listed,
right,
but they may not be any good or inactive. So how would we word that question?
Good point. Can you just pause this recording a minute, please?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Right. So yeah, a lot of those coins, if they're still on there, CoinGecko drops stuff as it finishes, if you like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've seen this higher. Now there's 599 exchanges currently. In 2035, how many are there? Are there more or less than 300?
How many crypto exchanges
are listed?
Are listed out there? Higher or lower than 300? Lower.
200. Higher or lower?
Higher or lower than 200? Lower.
100?
100. Lower.
50?
There may be 50.
Okay.
I feel like that has to do with regulation.
Yeah. So your crypto exchanges are down, from 600 to 50. So that's over 90% down. And your coins are down. Well, even if we took midway at 2,500, so you're up at 13,528 divided by 2,500. I mean, you're down by a factor of 5, aren't you? So you're down about nearly 80%.
So the big message here is, for the long term, you've got to be very careful about your coins, and you have to be very careful about your exchanges. So, here we go again. These rubbish coins that you're looking for a quick, turnaround, you've got to be prepared to lose your money in those coins. You have to. And I hate that, because I get a lot of readings where people are crying down the phone. They've invested their life savings into Panda Inu or some other Inu or whatever it is, looking for a quick turnaround on their money, their only chance to get out of debt, their only chance to do something with their life, pay for their college, kids' college tuition, and they're crying down the phone because they've lost all their money. That happens time and time again. Folks, I do a lot of readings. That happens all the time. So the big message here is watch your exchanges and watch your coins for the long term.
Yeah. So we are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. But it does seem to me that some people would be better off just, getting involved if they're going to be involved in cryptos, just get involved in some of the staking coins and sort of put it in a box and forget about it. Because not everybody's a trader. In fact, most people are not. Even people who think they're traders are not. Most of them get wrecked in the end, one way or another. So,
yeah, I totally agree. And, they don't have the emotional wherewithal to be a trader. What wrecks them are their emotions. That gets them every time. If you're going in this methodically and you have no emotional attachments to coins, no emotional attachments to trading, then you're going to be, you may be okay.
Don't marry your coins.
No. Well, this is really interesting. When did the regulations really start to come in? Was that before 2030? Yeah. So before 2030, you're going to start to see this regulation coming in over these exchanges because too many people have lost too much money. There's too many scams out there. Listen, I did a reading not so long ago where the person had the FBI turning up at their door because they were, invested, unfortunately for them, and they were okay about it, very, very nice person, but they invested in some sort of scam over in Europe, and they're trying to chase these people. It's becoming to a point where the scammers are outweighing the good guys, right? And there's no way, from a police point of view, there's no way they can, keep chasing and spending money on all these scams. I feel like they will regulate it. They will. Have we moved over to a world digital currency in 2035? That's a no. Have we in the USA adopted a digital currency? That's a no. Okay, so there you go. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Shakespeare?
No, I think covers everything for this one.
Okay. And what about staking Ethereum? Can people stake Ethereum and Bitcoin? I mean, the rewards may not be great.
They can. Yes, they can. And they can do them on the major exchanges as well. So Kraken, Coinbase, things like that. Binance.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much. This was great. Thank you.